If you have been on social media as of late, you have probably seen pictures or somebody talking about 2016. That is the most recent internet trend, is going back to 2016, seeing what you looked like, seeing what certain things looked like. Because now that we're sitting here in 2026, it's hard to believe that that has been a decade ago now. And if you're like me and your life seemingly revolves around the sport of hockey, you remember 2016 very well, and as a Penguins fan, I obviously remember it very, very well. And obviously, with this being a jersey page, we're going to be talking about jerseys from 2016 that no longer exist today. Because there were some beautiful jerseys from that year that I think a lot of people might have forgotten about. And on the jersey side of things, a lot has changed with the NHL jerseys. We've obviously seen now three separate jersey manufacturers: Reebok, Adidas, and now Fanatics. So I went back to 2016 and I went through all of the NHL jerseys from that season and I picked my top 5 favorites. Now, my only rule for this list was that it could not be a jersey that is currently being used today. So, for example, you will not be finding the Colorado Avalanche alternate jersey, as beautiful as the jersey as that is. You will not be finding it on this list because the team still uses it today. So let's get started with the honorable mention, where I have the 2016 Winter Classic jersey from the Boston Bruins. Now, the one thing that I love the most about this jersey is the simplicity of it. It's a black jersey with gold stripes. I love it. It feels old. It looks old, like it's supposed to look for the Winter Classic. I love the simplicity of the striping. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing fancy. I love that the only white on this jersey are the numbers and letters on the back of the jersey. Now, my one big issue with this jersey is the logo on the front of the jersey. I'm typically not a big fan when Boston uses that logo or a variation of that logo. To me, I would have liked to see a version of the spoked B on the front of this jersey, or just a version of the B itself, like we saw on the 2019 jersey. And if you notice on the one pant leg, there is a logo that is a different variation of the spoked B that we have never seen since, and I thought that it would look fantastic on the front of this jersey. But we ended up getting what we got, obviously, and the logo itself still works perfectly fine on this jersey. It's just not my favorite logo that Boston has used. Moving on to the top 5 list, and in number 5, we have the Washington Capitals, who brought back their original jersey. Now, they did obviously use this in the 2011 Winter Classic, but they used the white version, and that stayed around for the next several years as an alternate jersey. And then they brought in the red version, and I thought the red version looked absolutely fantastic. The white one was also very, very good, but the red one for me just was on a different level. I loved how the colors were more brighter and vibrant. The red is a brighter shade of red. The blue is a lighter shade of blue. And I know a lot of people loved this jersey to the point where they wanted to see these jerseys come back full time. And it kind of looked like we were going to go down that route. And I ultimately think had Reebok continued, we would have gotten them full time again. Now, in saying that, this is also one of the jerseys that carried over to the Adidas era, and it also looked very, very good with the Adidas style jersey too. Number 4, I've got the Minnesota Wild 2016 Stadium Series jersey. Now, this one is a little bit bizarre because on paper, this does not look like a Stadium Series jersey at all. This looks like a Winter Classic jersey, but I'm perfectly okay with it. Again, like the Bruins one I talked about earlier, it's simple. It doesn't need to be flashy like a lot of these Stadium Series jerseys are. The Minnesota Wild, for being a relatively newer team, have nailed the vintage look. So it would have been kind of weird to see them go with a more futuristic style jersey. I thought they nailed this look. I love the striping. I love the shoulders. I love everything about this jersey. To me, it is a perfect blend of old school mixed in with still some newer type of things, like the big numbers on the sleeves. But this is hands down one of, if not my favorite Minnesota Wild jersey, so I had to put it on my list. Number 3, I've got the 2016 Winter Classic jersey from the Montreal Canadiens. We talked about the Bruins one from this game earlier. Now we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. This jersey is Again, one of, if not my favorite Canadian jersey of all time. I love that lighter shade of blue that they use as opposed to their typical darker blue. I loved the old school logo on the front of the jersey. I liked the globe and how it was more on the elbow as opposed to the shoulder. Again, obviously, Montreal being one of the most historic franchises, if not the most historic franchises in the NHL, you would expect them to nail a Winter Classic jersey, and I thought they absolutely did. Again, the colors just look so fantastic, and I like the fact that they didn't go with the off-white cream that we sometimes see a lot of times in the Winter Classic. I like that they stuck with just the straight white jersey with the old school logos and numbers and colors. I loved it. And it was also just really nice to see a different jersey from Montreal because we typically don't see that. And again, it's nothing crazy. It's nothing that necessarily reinvents the wheel. It doesn't have to be. It is a fantastic looking jersey. I love, love, love the color scheme. I love the look of it. Number 2, I have the Anaheim Ducks, bringing back the Mighty Ducks logo with the orange colors. And this jersey, I'll be honest, I was not a big fan of when they initially brought it out because I wanted to see the Mighty Ducks logo with the Mighty Ducks colors. And it annoyed me that it was so close to what we all wanted back then. But over time, the more I saw it, the more I really, really started to like it. I think the colors work absolutely fantastic. I think the striping also works fantastic. It still sticks with the Ducks theme from that time period. Again, we saw Anaheim kind of do this with their Reverse Retro 2.0, where they brought back the Mighty Ducks logo and jersey style, but it was with their updated colors. And it did also kind of pave the way for their current look. Obviously, the striping is different and the logo is a little bit different, but you can still see the similarities between the two. Now, I will say, I love this jersey a lot more than I do the Ducks' current jersey. Not that it's bad or anything, I just prefer this Mighty Ducks logo. And I love how this logo just worked with both their original color scheme and their newer color scheme. And number 1, the 2016 Heritage Classic jersey from the Winnipeg Jets. This jersey was absolutely beautiful, and it gave us something that a lot of people were wanting to see since the Jets made their return, and that is the return of the original Jets logo. And that logo being on the front of it is just a thing of beauty, and the colors all work together. It's so well balanced, and it all just flows together so nicely. You have a little bit of the boldness and the pop of color with the red pants as opposed to the blue pants. It is so good. It is such a nice jersey. Again, it is just a borderline perfect jersey when you really take a look at it. From the logo on the front to the striping to the colors, everything just all works so well together. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about my list, and also let me know about your favorite jerseys from 2016. Again, try to keep it away from jerseys that we currently see now. Again, good example, Colorado Avalanche alternate jersey. It's a beautiful jersey, and it would have been on this list had they have not been using it now. So as always, leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. And while you're down there, swing by the description and click the Linktree link. That is the only link in the description for a reason, and that is because it will take you to all of the social media platforms for this channel. Currently, right now, we are only on Instagram and X. However, I am trying to get a TikTok page up and running soon. And on those two platforms, you can expect clips from these videos, another place for me to post when I do upload a video on here to YouTube, and also you can expect more of my quick initial thoughts on when a jersey comes out. Again, I save the more in-depth talk for these videos here on YouTube. So if you do enjoy these videos and you're looking for some extra content, again, Linktree link down in the description. It'll take you to wherever you want to go. So with all that being said, that is going to finally do it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Both are free. Both really help out the channel a lot. And of course, if you have made it to this point of the video, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos here. It genuinely means the world to me. And as always, stay tuned for more Jersey content coming in the future. We'll see you next time.